All right, today we're going to tackle a math problem that can look, well, a little intimidating, multiplying and dividing square roots. But what if I told you the whole thing boils down to one super simple golden rule? Yeah? Let's dive in.
Okay, so you see a problem like this. Numbers on the outside, numbers on the inside. And your brain might just go, nope, right? It looks messy, but I promise you, there is one single phrase that makes this whole thing click into place. So stick with me, because we are about to unlock it.
First things first, let's just reset for a second. If you've ever tried adding or subtracting square roots, you've probably had the whole like terms rule drilled into your head. Well, for multiplication and division, you can just forget all about that. Seriously, we're playing a whole different ballgame now.
So remember with adding and subtracting how picky it was? The numbers inside the square root, the radicands, they had to be exactly the same. You could add 2 radical 3 and 5 radical 3 because, hey, they both have that radical 3. But if you tried to add things with different insides, you're just stuck. But with multiplication, that rule is totally gone. You do not need like terms at all.
And you know what? Here's the best part. The rule for multiplication is actually easier, way easier than the rule for adding. I know, right? It's one of those awesome rare moments in math where things actually get simpler the more you learn.
So, what is this easier rule? Well, it all comes down to one core idea, a single little phrase that you can just chant to yourself every single time. And trust me, this is the key to, well, everything we're talking about today.
And here it is. This is what I'm calling the golden rule. Ready? Insides multiply insides, and outsides multiply outsides. That's it. No, really, that's the whole thing. This one simple idea is behind all multiplication and division of square roots. So, let's break down what insides and outsides even mean.
Okay, so when you look at any term with a square root, you've got two parts, right? You've got the number out front, the 4 in this case, that's the outside number. Its fancy name is the coefficient. Then you have the number under the square root symbol, the 5, and that's the inside number, or the radicand. The golden rule is just about making sure these two parts stay in their own separate lanes. They don't cross over.
All right, that's enough theory. Let's actually put this rule to work. There's a super clean, two-step method that will get you the right answer every single time. So let's see how it's done.
Okay, here are the 2 steps. Step 1, and listen up, because this one is absolutely crucial. Simplify first. You have to simplify any square roots you can before you do anything else. Then, step 2, you apply our golden rule. Multiply the outsides, multiply the insides. And believe me, the order here matters a lot. We'll see why in just a sec. Let's go back to that problem from the beginning. Okay, step 1, simplify. We look at our 2 inside numbers, the square root of 8 and the square root of 5. Can we simplify either of them? Well, square root of 5, nope, that's as simple as it gets. But what about square root of 8? We can actually break 8 down into 4 times 2, right? And we know the square root of 4. It's 2, so we can pull that 2 outside. This means square root of 8 simplifies down to 2 square root of 2. So that first term, 3 square root of 8, is really 3 times 2 square root of 2, which gives us 6 square root of 2.
Okay, simplification is done. Now for step 2. Apply the golden rule to our new, tidier problem. Let's do the outsides first. We've got a 6 and a 2. So 6 times 2 is 12. Easy. Now for the insides. We have a 2 and a 5. So 2 times 5 is 10. See? Just 2 little separate calculations.
And now we just put the 2 pieces back together. The 12 we got from the outsides goes on the outside. The 10 we got from the insides goes on the inside. And boom, our final answer is 12 root 10. That's it. Simple as that.
Now, the rule itself is pretty simple, right? But there is one, let's call it a pro tip, that avoids the single most common mistake people make. Getting this one thing right is the difference between kind of getting it and getting it right every single time. And here it is. This is that critical piece of advice. You have to simplify before you multiply. So why? Think about it. When we simplified the radical 8, it gave us a new outside number, that 2 that we pulled out. If we had multiplied first, we would have totally missed it. We would have left an outside number trapped on the inside, and our answer would have been wrong.
And honestly, there's another reason too. It's just easier. When you simplify first, you're dealing with small, manageable numbers. If you multiply first, you could end up with some huge, gnarly number inside the square root that you then have to try and break down. It's really all about working smarter, not harder.
So,
Look, if you remember nothing else from this whole explainer, remember this. The order is simplify, then multiply. That's it. That's the secret handshake. That two-step process is your path to the right answer every single time.
So there you have it, the surprisingly simple secret to multiplying and dividing square roots. It's not about memorizing complex rules like terms. It's all about that golden rule and that simple two-step process. Now that you know the method, the next time you see one of these problems, you're not going to panic. You're going to know exactly what to do. The only question is, what problem are you going to go solve first?